Welcome to the Luray Podcast, Baller on the Budget, the basics of household finance.
We're your hosts. I'm Rana Rivera.
And this is Luis Rivera.
And before we get started on our financial adventure, we have a few things to go over.
This podcast is about how to budget, live below your means, accomplish your financial freedom, and how to better your life.
And a quick disclaimer, we are not financial advisors. This podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only.
Yep, so we hope you enjoy this ride as we all better our lives.
Yeah.
Yes. So welcome back to another episode. And today we are going to be talking about manifestation. And what does manifestation have to do with our podcast? Well, we talk about checking your income, categorizing your bank statements, paying off unnecessary debts, vacation time, save money. And what all this does is to get you better position for the future, to help you make money, make more money, to help you save more money, to grow your net worth, and to have a better life in general, like enjoying vacations and not being stressed out about debt. So yes, so manifestation, when you're manifesting something great in your life, I feel like manifestation is not gonna happen just because. You have to do some work in order for things to happen, and when they happen, then you can say, "Oh yeah, I manifested this."
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I think you have to plan and really put your mind to it and set yourself up to do things to accomplish that goal that you have the vision for. So it's definitely not just like wishing and crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. It's setting, intentions and making those intentions happen by setting a goal and sticking to it and doing stuff every day to make that happen.
Yep. So how can you manifest better income?
Well, one thing for any type of goal is to be specific. So it's not just, I want to make more income. It might be to think of it a few different ways, break it down and say, okay, to make more income, I need to sell more makeup product, which then means how do I do that? I have to go out on the field and get people to try my samples, which means I have to dedicate time. So you could use that example. Okay, I this week I'm going to go out 5 hours a week and get 2 new test clients to try my makeup samples and make money and make more income off that. So it's still being specific. I believe that's my interpretation of it, because it's not just I'm going to make more money. Well, how are you going to make more money? You have to kind of take a step or 2 steps back and say, well, I'm going to make more money by doing X, Y, and Z. And by doing X, Y, and Z, that means I have to go out, or I have to read, or I have to post, or I have to learn, or I have to speak, whatever it is, X amount of times, reach this many people. So it's more detailed, in my opinion. What do you think
So
on that?
yeah, so manifesting, you're saying manifesting something more specific instead of just a random thing.
Right, like
Yeah, that's good.
a dancer that wants to try out and make it on Dancing with the Stars, they're not just going to say, I'm going to get dancing. They might say, I'm going to get Dancing with the Stars. That's a specific goal that maybe could manifest, but really to do that, you have to start thinking, okay, I'm going to hit uh, the ballet studio 5 times a week. I'm going to practice. I'm going to make videos with my friends in California to get my name out there. So there's different ways to manifest, meaning
Yeah,
if you have a specific goal, like I want to be on this show, yes, that's something specific, but making more money, that's not specific. I want to make $1,000 next month.
Yeah.
That's a little more specific. And then you still have to go and say, well, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to go make 20 videos. I'm going to interview 15 people. I'm going to sell my CDs, my makeup, my product, my song, whatever it is. So,
Yeah.
what do you think now?
Yeah, I think you're right. I was just thinking about how for some people, because I actually thought of this before,
Mm-hmm.
how for some people manifesting is related to dreaming. Like you dreamed about something
Mm-hmm.
and then it happened for whatever reason, and then some people would say, "Oh yeah, I manifested that."
Mm-hmm.
That's that would be like different type of manifesting, huh?
You're
Because
talking about like
it would be
actually a
like it
dream
would
of
be,
sleeping. In your dream you slept? Like you
yeah,
had
or
a
you
dream?
had that thought, like you were uh,
So, yeah, when you're constantly thinking of something, they say the law of attraction, if you are savvy to that, if you believe that, I do, I know you do. Um, the law of attraction, what you think about happens the more you think about it. So if you're like, oh, I'm going to be late, I'm going to be late, I'm going to be late, all of a sudden you're hitting every red light. All of a sudden you spill your coffee, you got to pour more, or you got to change, whatever it is. And so it's just kind of shifting your mindset on thinking positive. I'm going to make it on time. I'm going to have a good morning, things like that.
mhm.
But um, that's kind of a different level, kind of like I was mentioning of the manifesting, because that's more of maybe your day to day, not necessarily like wealth creation or goal specific. It's just like, oh, I kept thinking I was going to spill my big new coffee cup, and I did actually, because I was thinking about it and I manifested that. Or, oh, I was thinking about this person and they called me. I manifested that.
Yeah. I remember at some point I was working with this one guy, and we were coworkers, and he said that he was going to be a millionaire, and the way he went about life didn't really seem like
Mm.
he was towards that road. But he said it, with a lot of confidence, and he even said it around a time in which he was actually going to go to jail or prison. Who knows?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he had got in trouble for something, and so he knew that he was gonna go to prison or something like that. Um, and at the same time, he was saying that he was gonna become a millionaire, which for us was me and the other guys. It was kind of bizarre because we were thinking, how's this guy thinking that he's gonna be a millionaire as he is going to prison? And then when we actually asked him, we asked him like, how do you get to say that when you're actually going to
Yeah.
prison?
How
And
realistic is that?
he was like, well, I have manifested it. Like I believe that I will become a millionaire and that I will. And that we were like, so what about what's happening right now?
Mm.
And he said, well, this is something that has to happen, but I'm actually going to be a
Mm.
millionaire. So I just wonder, that happened a while back.
Is
So
he out now of jail?
I have
I
no idea.
wonder. I should look at him up.
I don't know what happened to that guy, but
So he's probably
that
not a
was that was
millionaire.
that was a long time ago. So I just wonder now, like he's probably out, and I wonder
I
if
think,
he actually got his dream a reality, and if he did,
mm-hmm.
I would say he did manifest what was gonna happen in his life.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he did. Would be nice to find out if he actually came out
Well,
with, maybe he had some plans,
depending on what his
business.
crime was, yeah, that's another topic another day.
Yeah,
Depending on if it was a bad crime or just maybe
I
he
just
didn't pay
don't
all his
remember what
taxes.
it
Who knows?
was, but he said that he had something going on, and therefore he was going out,
So
going
I
away for a little bit.
I believe that you have to have like two parts of manifesting. You have to believe it. Obviously, he believed it, but you also, when you believe it, you start doing things consciously or subconsciously of making that happen.
Yeah.
So, we don't know what he actually was doing to make that happen besides saying it. That's part of it, but I believe it's at least two parts of
So
saying I'm going to be a millionaire, but then what are you doing to be a millionaire? Are you waking up early to finish studying to get your master's to then be an engineer? Are you going to work 3 jobs to save money to then invest it? Are you investing your inheritance from your grandma and, using that to whatever a product? So I believe it has to be at least two parts of believing it.
so to that,
And
how does manifestation comes to you? Like, is something that you plan it, that you think about, and you're like, okay, I'm going to start working right now on what I'm going to manifest um, for 10 years from now? Or are you just walking around, maybe taking a walk, and then just suddenly, a thought hits you, and you saw yourself in the future being the manager of so and so company, or some business, and then you thought, oh, I probably should start that. Or it came to you as an actual dream, like you were sleeping, and in that dream, um, you were being the uh, owner of your own company, maybe something that you have never thought of, and then after that dream, you started thinking about it. So how does manifestation come to you? Because manifestation to me is like thinking about it, something that will happen in the future, and like you were saying, then you work towards it, and then you get there, you make it a reality, and it happens. But how does that come to you? This,
me, Rihanna, or the audience?
I'm just saying in general.
Oh, so me, you're asking my opinion. I just didn't know if you were asking it.
Sure.
Oh, well, I write things down and then I do things to.
Because anybody can argue that that's planning, that's goal setting.
Mhm.
So what would be like the difference between that and manifestation?
I don't think there has to be a difference
Can you
necessarily.
actualize a manifestation without planning, without um, setting setting that as a goal? Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
But I guess we're gonna let it be to however you want to do it. Um, I guess there's not just one way of,
Wow.
actualize
Tony Robbins clap.
a manifestation, and probably there's not just one way of getting that vision of whatever it is that you're
Round of
manifesting.
applause for Luis Angel Rivera. I say that. Wow.
So yeah, what do you
Not
think?
just one way. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, there's not just one way. I'm sure there has been cases where people don't plan and they just manifest something for themselves. I don't know if it's maybe something large and grand, like, worth thousands of dollars or life changing, but maybe it's manifesting meeting a friend.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more simple like that, meeting a friend, like you see them out at the library and you're like, oh, they seem cool, I want to be friends with them. And then you don't write it down, you don't plan and plot, but you're like, oh, well, I saw them at the library, maybe I'll come again next week.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll join a mom group or a dad group or a church group. And they might be there. Or
Yeah.
like-minded people might be there. So I think that's more, like, that could be less planning, but I still feel like it's doing things to accomplish that vision goal.
So let's say I manifested you, right?
You you claim you did.
Okay, so I did. So let's put that as the example over here. I thought, you know, I gotta find a wifey for the long term and or the forever. That's better, huh? And then anybody, everybody's gonna find a wife, right? Any guy is gonna find a wife
If he wants.
eventually,
If they
right?
want. Yeah.
Without much effort. But let's say I manifested you because for whoever uh, has not seen us together, you're white and I am Latino. So we come from different backgrounds. So in order for me to find you, I had to define what it is that I wanted. And I remember creating a mental list of all the things that I wanted in that lady
Mm-hmm.
that eventually drew me to you.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
List it out. Yeah.
so that worked, right? But let's say, and I can say when we went out for the first time, um, I probably said that. I don't remember, but maybe I was like, oh yeah, I manifested this. This beautiful first date with this beautiful lady, right? But here's the thing: as you go through the process of creating that, making that manifestation a reality, you bump into other things that if you are not focused on what you want, you can be derailed and end up in a different place, right? Because I have mentioned in the past that it took me 2 years before, I found you after I have created that mental list of who I wanted. But in that process, um, I was going out with friends and I was meeting people along the way. What if I would have been focused on what I wanted? I could have been distracted by anybody and fall for anybody else and not the one that I was actually looking for. So I guess on that one I had some discipline and yeah, and I guess it happened. And then I found you. So that let's say we can say that that's probably a manifestation, a planned manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But you still had to ask me out, find
yeah,
out what I liked.
yeah.
So you still had to do things. It wasn't just like, I'm going to find this
So I
girl.
guess the craziest part of this manifestation is that part of it was I was saying I hope I find a person that is like that, has all these qualities, and the most important one was that she actually likes me, and that was the part of the biggest part of this manifestation because that I could not. Doesn't matter how much I planned it, I could not make you like me. It had to be, you know, from within you that you
Mm-hmm.
already wanted to, or you were already liking a Latino person like me. So yeah, that part right there could be the true manifestation. She actually liked me, um, and that you were actually looking for a person like me.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool, huh? So,
Mm-hmm.
anyways, you work on however you can define manifestation and use that manifestation as the law of attraction to get to wherever you want to go. If if your some of your problems are financial problems, um, just keep on doing what is working for you. Like keep checking your income, making sure that you're not spending money on where you shouldn't.
But be aware of what's not working.
hmm Keep checking your bank statements, paying off unnecessary debt, and I say again, unnecessary. There are some debts that are necessary, especially if one of your dreams is, one of your manifestations is to have a two-story house. Well, chances are that you may not end up, saving the 400,000 or $500,000, in order to
Yeah.
purchase that house. So you will probably get in debt for that manifestation, and it will happen, but you will get in debt. All right. So um, just the unnecessary debt is the one that we have to get rid of.
And I think
You know,
just being aware of
keep
everything.
manifesting that beautiful vacation that you want, and keep working towards that. Putting money aside, and eventually it will happen. We have had to postpone our dream vacation for a couple of years already, 3 years probably now. But it is a dream we have that hasn't really disappeared. It's still there. So eventually it will happen, and when it happens, we will be we will be like, oh yeah, 5 years ago I actually manifested this moment over here. I thought of this moment. I saw myself being here in Europe, enjoying this beautiful weather, and now we're
Mm-hmm.
doing it. It took 5 years, but it happened. So yeah, or maybe it's money, the situation. You want to um, become a millionaire, and when it happened, it will happen the way that you planned it, and yeah, you will be celebrating at that point and thinking, yeah, I manifested this. So however it is, just keep manifesting, keep working, keep planning, keep working on yourself, learning and applying all the learnings.
Mm-hmm.
Keep working, walking on that, walk on that law of attraction. It will take you to where you need to be at. So once again, thank you so much. It's a Monday. We're kind of tired, but we're here. So
That's
yeah,
right.
happy Monday to everybody,
Happy
and
Monday out there, and thanks for tuning in to the Blue Ray
until
Podcast. Until next
until next
time.
time, go out there and better your life. Bye bye.
Bye.